How many of you want your business to grow without burning out? Raise your hand and say yes. How many of you want predictable revenue without the constant hustle? Raise your hand and say yes. How many of you want your business to support your life, not consume it? You remember Colin's talk. Now, imagine building a growing business while reclaiming your time, energy, and peace of mind. So imagine this. What if you could spend 20% less effort but achieve 80% more impact and income? What if you could confidently attract your ideal clients without much effort and see your revenue grow predictably without constant hustle? Let me know in the chat, what would that do for you? My name is Dr. Mosongo Moukwa, and thank you for coming to my talk. The title is Profit with Purpose, Building a Business that Supports the Life You Want. Before I go any further, I want to share with you what drives everything I do. And I believe that every one of you in this room here, you carry untapped potential, hidden gold within your business, just waiting to be discovered and refined. I believe that you started your business not just to make a living, but to make a difference, to serve others through your unique value, to build something that gives you freedom and fulfillment. I believe clarity, and you heard it here just a while back, not complexity. That is the foundation of growth. And when you align your business with your purpose, then profit flows naturally. So if any of those beliefs resonate with you, then you're absolutely in the right place. So what I've learned is that you need purpose, you need strategy, and you need purpose, you need a strategy, and you need sustainability, because you need to sustain that wind. So when all three are working together, that's where really you're firing all cylinders. So let's take them one by one. So first, you need purpose. So what does that mean? So purpose is the reason really that the business exists beyond survival. Then you need to strengthen your strategy. Strategy is the intentional design of how the business makes the money, pricing, costs, customers, focus, so that the growth comes from smarter choices, not necessarily from effort. What I've learned, what I've seen, and I experienced it myself, is that many owners, they confuse activity with progress. Strategies replaces that busyness with leverage. It shows you where profit actually is and where effort is wasted. And let's remember this 80-20 rule, which is that 80% of our revenue is actually driven by 20% of what we do every day in our business. So once you focus on that, there's a sure way for you to become financially independent in less time. So this is something that us business owners, we tend to recognize. And then finally, you need to sustain the win, because the ability to maintain that performance without burning out, and we heard about burning out today, without burning out the owner, without burning out your team or the business. So it integrates that energy. Those are 4 puzzle pieces there. Now let me tell you a story about one client of mine, John. John was a bakery owner. So on Tuesday afternoon, he received a message from his wife. Are we still married? That same day, everything hit at once. His delivery boy quit, invoices piling up, cash flow drying up, and he finds himself waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, his chest tight, wondering, how much longer can I survive like this? John was not failing. He was simply trapped in the same cycle many owners live in, working harder instead of working on the right things. He was not running a bakery. The bakery was running him. So when we started working together, we slowed everything down. We began with what I believe is the foundation of all transformation: your purpose, your clarity, your identity as a leader. So I asked John, why did you start this bakery? John paused for a moment, then he said, to create joy, to serve my community, to build a life where work supports my family, not takes me away from them. So that purpose had been buried under exhaustion. But once we uncovered it, his energy changed. John reconnected with his why. Suddenly, he was not just a baker. He was a creator, a community builder, a provider. Purpose unlocked clarity. And now we began then to focus on the strategy under the lens of 80-80-20. We find that 20% of his products generated 80% of his profit. His best customers never complained about price. His lowest profit item demanded most of his time, and he was underpricing his signature items. So we simplified the menu. We focus on high margin items, raise prices where he added real value, and put in simple retention rhythm. As the business stabilized, John also stabilized. He slept again. He delegated without guilt. He reclaimed mornings with his family. He walked into his bakery with pride instead of fear. He worked less and he earned more and finally felt free. So within months, his hours dropped. Profit rose. And the constant stress finally disappeared. And he became the leader his business needed. Now, John did not change who he was, but he changed what he focused on. Because there was a hidden gold in his business the whole time. He just needed clarity to see it. I like telling this story because it means a lot to me. Not because of the numbers, although we achieved a great financial performance for John and his family, but it was because he got his love, his life back. He reconnected with his family because he was almost bankrupt and his marriage nearly collapsed. He rediscovered joy in his work and he remembered who he was. And that's why I do this, because I believe this. When a business owner transforms, a family transforms, a community transforms, and the legacy transforms. So business breakthroughs are life breakthroughs. So purpose is not something we invent. It's something we rediscover. And if you are ready to grow predictably while reclaiming your time and your legacy, let's take the next step together. If John's story resonated and you believe that there is a hidden goal in your business waiting to be discovered, let me know.